You are hereby initiated into Rated Exploited. Do you recall Kenner, responsible for many of the Beast Wars figures, and those who obsess over a figure looking seldomly like Luke Skywalker? Personally, I know them as the original manufacturers of the Gargoyle figures. I question if they truly misrepresent the show in general. Disproportionately, yes. Are they cheap for their time? Perhaps. But looking at what manufacturers such as McFarlane Toys made in the 90s, these were a cheap alternative. Instinctively, this has to be the largest gamut between the quality of the show versus the quality of its merchandise. Applause did far better in representing the actual characters of the show. I have the Brooklyn figure. Certain resources online even classify him as a doll. Let's just go with figure. To boil into a singular adjective, fashion describes a doll, function describes action figure. Anytime I handle the figures I've acquired, I have a hard time they're believing from my favorite show. Some are unrecognizable, some are over-exaggerated. At the absolute minimum, don't use this as an introduction to any one of Gargoyles. I suggest I take this opportunity to make a meme out of this whole situation. If this figure is the misconception and expectation out of the series, NECA has personified the reality. Extremely over-the-top detail, this just shows every hidden piece of lore of Gargoyles. The perfect reference into how much went into the production of this magnificent cartoon. Ridiculous to think the packaging design is far superior to the toys they contain. When purchasing my Disney Ultimate Robin Hood figure, I was surprised to find on the back it's specifically listed as adult collectible, not for play. Argument aside, NECA simply classifies their figures as toys. My point in its entirety: don't use Kenner for introducing Gargoyles. It does not do the franchise justice. Much like the Goliath Chronicles 3rd season. Buy the DVDs, use Disney+. From there, introduce the comics, and especially NECA's glorious figures. That is the full extent I have this week for making a video, but I want to thank each of you for the shares, the likes, and especially the subscriptions. I'm glad the community is very active right here on Facebook, so I'm glad to introduce my love of Gargoyles through my YouTube channel. This is Rokalai. Thanks for joining Rated Exploited. Have you looked at your like list lately? Does it measure in the thousands? Why not add this video there to be forgotten as early as tomorrow? But I dearly hope you don't forget Rated Exploited.